Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your boy Trav, and I got my main man Rebellious D with me.
That's right. We up in here.
Hey, we up in here, but guess who ain't?
Benjamin Banks.
Benjamin Banks, man. He gone. He on a mission.
Out. That's right. The man's right. On a mission.
Hey, but we gonna handle it. We told him, hey, we got this one, pimp. We got it.
Oh yeah, no question.
That's right. And we talking about episode 3 of Loki, Disney Plus original Marvel series.
That's right.
And hey, for anybody that's watched the first 2 episodes that we done, I'm obviously more of a fan than my 2 compadres been, but I feel like we starting to come around on this episode. What you think?
Yeah, I like this episode a lot better than the first 2. Trav.
Hey,
I like the action. I like the pace. My boy Trav.
Nah, your boys over there at IGN.
Ooh, what'd they give it?
Again, bro. They gave it it was like a 6 or a 7. I don't remember.
What was the reasoning?
Specifically, it wasn't even about the score, honestly, because if they gave it a 7, obviously I can handle that. It's what they said about it, bro. They said that this episode was a quote unquote side quest.
Wow.
Thank you. If anything, last week was a side quest, right?
Yeah,
it still wasn't. Yeah. But if anything, this definitely ain't no side quest. I don't know what they smoking over there on IGN, or actually, you know what? Maybe they need to start smoking because,
dude, I just don't. Their ratings have been all over the place, and
with all these Marvel series,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, come on, give me a break.
Yeah.
I think it's just them nitpicking because the shows are good. And they're like, well, we got to talk about something. And we can't give everything a 10 out of 10.
You know what I think it is? I think they purposely do it because, again, every week they give these ratings, and every week in the comments, people are just trashing them. And I think they do it for, the trolls, or I don't know if they're trolling.
Yes, Trav. I definitely think that they are trolling. It's just, dude, come on.
Come on, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just
they were saying some wild stuff, bro.
Yes,
wild stuff. But we're gonna get into this episode. Again, we're talking about Loki episode 3, where now we're getting. It's just all about Loki and the what's her name? Sylvie.
Yeah,
Lady Loki.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? I actually know what. I'll wait till we get to that part. Okay. But pretty much, I even it started right off where it left off. Them going through the portal, and they also gave those things a name too. The device that he was carrying the whole episode that they're kind of going back and forth with, they called it a TemPad.
TemPad. I wish I knew where my TemPad.
Yeah, I don't know what that's like. What Tem's supposed to be short for or something.
Mm-hmm.
But
we might find out. We may.
Cool that they got a name.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's anything that's in relation to anything in the comics, though, because I didn't see anything online where people are like, these things are in these issues or something. I didn't see any of that.
Okay.
So
I'm not sure about the whole jumping around and Time Force, if Loki has anything to do with that stuff in the comics, but it's I could see it. It's kind of weird kind of stuff, but I really like this episode, the pacing and like the conflict they have. They decide to team up. They're fighting each other at first. And they decide to work together. So
and I'm
definitely okay with it.
It starts off with her being in the soldier's mind, pretending like they're best friends or whatever, and they don't show us getting the information, so we don't know where the timekeepers are located. But she knows where they're located. We're just not privy to that as an audience yet. But all we know is that it's at the very top of the building. You know what I mean? Rightfully so, right? It's always at the very top of the building.
I definitely thought it was a great way to choose to open the episode like that, having her pick somebody's brain. I thought it was just cool, and then transition to her actually finding out where she needs to go.
Yeah. So, pretty much they're fighting. Here come, I don't know. She's a judge, but I don't know her. I don't know if they've revealed her name or if they call them judges. I don't even know if they call them judges.
I'm not 100%. I don't think they did.
Right. But Either way, they're fighting off, and she comes and she threatens to kill Loki. And as soon as she's like, well, dude, I don't care if you kill him.
Yeah.
Like, he ain't nothing to me. That's when Loki, uses the temp pad and gets them the hell out of there. Yep. And they land on this, they land on this planet. What do they call it? Lavinus?
Yes.
Lavinus 1? Lavinus 1, something like that?
That's the one that's about the, like, basically
Lamentus.
And I think that's the one that's about to blow, right?
Yeah. So pretty much it's
asteroids.
Yeah, is it a planet? They landed on the moon. They didn't land on the planet. They're landing on the moon.
Yes,
but
and
the planet's crashing into the
one
moon.
of the planets. Yes.
Right. Yep. It's planet.
Which is basically gonna crush it.
Right,
obviously.
Right, yeah. And so now she's like, pretty much this is the worst event that's ever taken place in the galaxy, pretty much. And now they got to figure out a way to get the hell out of there, man. And this is something so they got like a Snowpiercer train, right? Where the poor can't get in, the rich have already bought their tickets, they're up in the front chilling. I mean, it's total Snowpiercer. They did it on purpose for sure, just to pay homage to Snowpiercer.
Good movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Dude, the movie's great. The show's even better because the show's more fleshed out. But
really good concepts,
dude. Super cool concepts. So they end up weaseling their way onto the Snowpiercer train. But this is my thing. What happens if, like, one of these asteroids or whatever, they're going off like railroad tracks that are like going in between mountains and stuff? It's like an asteroid hits the train, and then what?
It's over.
I didn't understand it. Like, how is this safe?
It's not. Hey.
So, but anyways, their mission is to get to this thing called the Ark, which I think is like a ship of some sort.
Yeah, like a vessel. And
in history, the Ark never makes it out. It's destroyed. Yep. And that's the whole gimmick. Everybody dies. It's, it's a catastrophe, whatever. But Loki comes up with the idea that, well, in history, we've never been on this planet. So if what the TVA says is true, maybe it won't be destroyed because we're changing the events that's happening around us.
Well, I mean, any time travel stuff like Back to the Future stuff, you got to go back. Not only do you have to go to that time period at that place, you have to stop or do something to alter. It's not going to do it itself. I mean, that's what Doc Brown told me anyway.
Right. Well, and again, but then you got to move like the butterfly effect, where it's like the simplest things, me stubbing my toe, can change the whole outlook of my life. So and
another great movie.
Hey, man, when you're dealing with time travel, and again, I'm still not fully satisfied with the way they handle time travel in Endgame. There's a lot of messy parts there, and that's why I just stay away from time travel because it gets so. I don't
want to snowball in the Endgame, but I think they were just trying to get the characters from point A to point B and have this thing go down. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
Well, they should have just thought about it, though.
Yeah, they could have fleshed it out, but it's like, I think they wanted everybody to see this showdown with Thanos, and that damn fight delivered. So. Oh,
for sure. But
I like it though. If you're a time travel guy, you're gonna look at that stuff,
And at this point, I try not to even take it too serious. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's just part of.
Some people do it better than others.
Yeah. I try to ignore it now at this point, But so of course, the whole gimmick of this is they're on this little mini journey to get from point A to point B, but it's really here for like character development, fleshing out these characters, and you just start to learn a lot about not just about her, but about Loki himself. He openly comes out as a man that enjoys both sides of the fence.
Yep.
He swings both ways.
It's going to be interesting to see because now we're dealing with, 2 times the Loki. So it's like we got 3 episodes left. I'm curious to see what the end game to this is because it's still kind of kind of murky on what Sylvie is looking to do.
Right.
And we got Loki. He does say a line like, "Is this the most powerful power in the universe?" Like controlling time, I'm guessing. So it's like, is he gonna rewrite his story? I'm saying like. It's very interesting to see what Loki and Sylvie are both going to try to do. Yeah,
and that's the thing too. when we go to Owen Wilson's character, not Morpheus, but because Mobius.
Yes.
Thanks got me calling him Morpheus now, but Mobius, you know.
Which pill?
His whole thing was they were created to be at the TVA. Like, that's it. And now we find out, you know, from her entering the girl's body that, you know, she was an Earthling at one point in her life. So she's a variant of another former self that is now at the TVA. So now we know that they're not created. They just get kind of brainwashed and put there to work there. So we already know that, you know, they're living this lie type thing, this cycle that they got to live. And there's been a theory that Mobius has lived this life over and over and over and over and over again, but this time's different because he's never had Loki.
Interesting.
And that was a fan theory I read online that was very interesting because he's always tried to catch this person and has always failed. But now since Loki stole the time Infinity Stone, and he's never had a Loki before, so now he's privy to new information. And that's what that kind of makes it interesting a little bit for the, well, what if this time's different?
Well, I mean, it's always interesting when you're dealing with time travel. And Mobius, I mean, if you're saying that he's done this before, it's going to be interesting if Loki actually changes this form and he's able to catch the variant, you know? It's going to be neat. Like I said, we're not really sure, like, I mean, do they just put Loki back into where he belongs, or does he go back to where he was escaping from the Avengers?
Or does he just work at TVA for the rest of his existence?
Yeah, it's wild to think about if that's how they choose to let Loki, you know, go. You know, like, let bygones be bygones. I died in this time period, or, you know, this is a dead end street I'm driving on, so why not do something with it? You know what I'm saying?
And that could be her reasoning, as, you know, we don't know her reasoning as to what's going on, but we know she's not just trying to cause destruction like they've made it sound. That's clearly not it. She's got a purpose why she's doing this. And that could be it too. Maybe it was the end of the road for her, and she's like, not on my watch.
Yeah,
you know, she's just trying to survive.
What if she's already seen hers? You know, what if she's already seen her path?
Or maybe she used to be at the TVA.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, there's so much to unravel there.
Yeah,
and I can understand. I think the story does move a little too slow for when we're already 3 episodes in and we only got 3 more, and I don't even feel like we've cracked the surface of what's supposed to happen.
You know, this was my thing, was saying what I said last week. Like, I want them to give me more because on the back end, I don't want it to feel like rushed. Like, it's like, what the hell's going, you know, like boom,
I feel like that's what's going to happen at this point.
I hope not, but, you know, we're going to see. That's definitely, we'll be able to tell a lot by next week's episode, how the flow of the final 2 will be.
Yeah.
I think this is the crossroads. I'll see you at the crossroads.
Well, we got 3 more, not 2 more.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. By next week's episode,
okay, I get what you're saying. Right,
how the flow is going to be for the last 2. Yeah.
And,
after we watch that one.
I'll say this, though, for how slow the story goes, I still say it makes it up for it, and just really, really good dialogue. And everybody's just phenomenal in the show. I really love the back and forth between the characters. And
like, I like the way, I have faith in Marvel just because, you know, Falcon Winter Soldier was nonstop. WandaVision, they brought it in with bringing in Athena. And it's just like, I want to have faith. You know, I want to hold out hope for this one. Because, I mean, you know, you don't know what we're going to get. We could get, you know, a character reveal. Who knows? They've done it. So, it's going to be neat. So now, before we wrap this thing up, Trav, do you think we're going to get a cutscene at the end of this one? Like a post-credit?
We'll probably get a post-credit, but it probably won't be anything much more than what we got in WandaVision. It's kind of like, make what you will with it. I don't think it's anything like, because sometimes you get significant post-credits, and sometimes you just get fan post-credits that are just there for it to be there. And I think, if anything, it'll probably just be something else to be there.
Probably Loki and Mobius sitting in their office.
Doing something goofy or something like that.
Shooting paper balls.
That's what I see happening, because we haven't gotten anything yet.
Nope.
So.
All right.
So yeah, hey, that's a wrap for us. Again, as you know, in the comments, fill us in with things that you noticed. Maybe we totally forgot to touch on a certain something that happened in the show. Let us know. You know, if you got some more Easter eggs that we need to pick up on, let us know.
Yeah, and feel free to share, folks.
Hey, feel free to share. We're going to share back. And hey, if they want to share with you, where they going to find you at?
That's going to be rebellious_D23 Instagram.com. Trav, where are they going to find you, man?
You can find me on the Instagram at ZK Audio. You can also find me on the Twitter at TRAVIOSZK. And as always, the podcast is in the description, as my boy Rebellious D likes to say.
That's right. And make sure you hit that like, follow, subscribe to the channel, folks. Thank you. Can't wait to see you till next time.
Hey, that's right. So, it's for your boys. We'll wish you a good day.
See you. Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.